Yeah, I had something I wanted to read. This is from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. In accordance with the recommendations from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the university strongly recommends that all NTNU students who are outside Norway return home. This applies especially if you are staying in a country with poorly developed health services and infrastructure and or collective infrastructure, for example, the United States of America. So,
shots fired.
Goddamn, throwing shade, Norway. Shade,
think
shade,
you're better
shade.
than us?
Come on. What?
Because you're better in this aspect, definitely.
Come on. You hadn't had a W since the Vikings.
Welcome to the Corona Diaries. Crazier and crazier with each day.
Yes, it is.
We got Norway mad at us.
I know. Get the hell out of there. Is what Norway is saying. Yeah, it's happening.
How are you doing today, Rivers?
Man, I'm good. I got tons of sleep. I put the pod up, late last night and slept all day today. I took a letter to the post office.
Okay.
So that was
They're still open?
They're still open. That was my one outing. I didn't touch anything. I didn't see anybody. I just went to the post office, put a letter in the mailbox, and
this is a time to send letters.
Yes, yeah,
guys,
definitely.
Yeah. You got anybody in prison?
Yeah, or us. Hell, please feel free to direct message me, and I will give you our address. Send us some letters.
Probably send your letter to your friend in prison first before us.
Come on. They don't need it. What are they doing in prison? Unless the letter has, some heroin painted on like they used to do on the postcards back in the day. You know about that?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Like you get a nice landscape postcard, and on the black parts of the postcard, they paint like black tar heroin, and they scrape it off with a razor.
In Texas, you're not allowed to send greeting cards in the mail to prisons anymore.
Oh, yeah. It's a damn shame. The whole damn world's coming apart.
They don't realize it's the prison guards who bring in everything.
Yeah, duh.
How do you think all that shit gets past the security of the prison? It's the people who run the security.
Yeah.
Sad announcement to make: Carter Glasscock dead at the age of 32.
Yep. Tempting death in more ways than one. He is currently on top of Mount Hollywood, looking down on all of us, like he thinks he's better or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he went on a hike with his girlfriend, which I think is a fairly safe activity.
They say the government doesn't say stay in your house and go fucking The Shining. The government is like, you should get out, like into open spaces where there's not a shitload of people around.
Right. So it's actually a positive thing he's doing.
God damn it. The government has me listening to him.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Yep. So real quick, I just thought we would take this opportunity to bring in our co-host emeritus, Dr. Pat.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Watching Peppa Pig.
Oh,
as usual.
I think across the board, all of my friends who are parents have had lots of Peppa Pig observations on Twitter this week.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent show. For a children's show, it's not bad.
Wes Van Horn was tweeting about Peppa Pig earlier this week.
Oh, what do you have to say?
Just that it was one of the things he was that was contributing to his mental decline.
I see. There's shows that are children's shows that are far more insane. Like Elmo's World is surreal. Like that's a mind warping show. That's like LSD. Sesame Street is one thing, but there's like this side thing called Elmo's World where he's in this house where everything is kind of hand drawn with crayon, almost like a 4-year-old would draw.
Okay.
And it's very loud, very active. There's a lot of like crazy noises. And then they cut to this guy called Mr. Noodle, who's like a mime. He's creepy as all hell. The show definitely goes off the rails when Mr. Noodle shows up. But yeah, Peppa's great, man. There's, it's straightforward. There's some tension that exists between like granddad dog and grandpa pig. It's amongst all those shows, they kind of have the most developed characters. I don't know. Well, because Peppa, he's figured out remote control. That's the thing that he's figured out. Like he will pick up the remote control and he'll like kind of point it at the TV, and then occasionally turn it on if he presses enough buttons.
Wow.
Okay.
But there's a thing where we kind of assume, given the fact that the show that holds his attention the best is Peppa Pig, that that's what he's going for. With that said, him and I have been watching a large range of things on TV, mostly like YouTube videos and stuff. So he could very well be wanting to watch, something else, but we kind of just assumed that he's going for the Peppa Pig. I mean, it's one thing that I've been getting way too into, and I mentioned this on various social media platforms, is the guy that eats the military rations. And my son's kind of into that.
These are expired rations, by the way.
What is it
Some
with?
of them are new.
Oh, good.
What is it with YouTube?
Yeah.
Half of the popular channels are just people tasting things.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, because there's something amazingly gripping about a show where somebody eating 50-year-old food or 60-year-old food.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess we all wonder what it would taste like.
And frankly, the thing is that with the Steve 1989 MRE info video, is that he's very stoic throughout it. He gets kind of excited about certain things, but it's very muted. Usually, even if he gets critical, like in one of them, he was opening a Lithuanian ration, and he notices this box of matches, and he's like, "Oh yeah, these are always terrible matches." And then he pauses, and he's just like, "Listen, I'm sorry. I like your blue tips." And he apologized for the matches. Like, that's kind of the normal thing, where it's like...
He apologizes to Lithuania for the quality of the matches.
Either that or the manufacturers or the matches themselves. I have no idea.
Ooh,
okay.
There's one of them where he opens up his ration, and he talks about how he was like going on a primitive camping trip, and he was like, "Yeah, I was going to take this ration and to open it up for my primitive camping trip, but I got called back because of work, because I guess he's like a landscaper, so it's like a landscape emergency. I don't know.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, I was going to eat this on the trail, so I'm going to do this video. And it's like he opens the thing up, and then it's just like pained groans and like coughing, and then he just like he throws up, and the video ends.
Oh God.
And it's the most amazing video because you expect like the normal thing of being like, all right, let's put this on a tray. Nice. Okay. This is pretty good. Not bad. It's just like this kind of level of like, even if something sucks, he says it's not bad. Like, he's like, oh, this is terrible. Not bad.
Well,
but like the point where it just kind of has become completely like the tropes have been completely inverted, and he just vomits live on the video.
Chaos reigns.
Which I can't. Yeah. And it's like he did have the decency, because I imagine he wears a GoPro. I was waiting for him to just throw up with the GoPro on. Which
that would be an amazing shot.
Yeah, there's the one that I sent you that's along the same lines that comedian Chris Crofton turned me onto, which is New England Wildlife and More. Which is,
I saw that, yeah.
And so that guy, it's sort of the same thing, and it's funny because the channel is called New England Wildlife and More, and it's literally just this guy opening 50-year-old cans of shit. There's no wildlife. Like, it maybe started off that way, but the funniest thing is he has a microscope. He actually invested in getting a microscope so he can put the food under the microscope and see if he can see germs and stuff. So he has a glass slide, and he'll do that. Yeah. But what's funny is he's not a biologist, so he doesn't know what he's looking at. So you just see the microscope, and he's like, oh well, there's some green guys over there. That doesn't look too good. Oh, there's some pink splotches, and you're like, dude, you don't even know what you're looking at. Why did you buy the microscope? What a waste of money. Everything he eats, it's like he's like, yeah, this is a 50-year-old corn, and then he eats it, and he's like, well, it's not bad. And you're like, God.
Yeah.
I watched
it's amazing.
The fat guy who just reviews fast food, Joey's World Tour.
Yeah, Joey's World Tour is outstanding.
Yeah.
He also loves everything he's ever tasted.
Yeah.
He uses a 1 to 10 scale. He's never given anything lower than a 7.
I mean, the problem I have with him is that I do like him, but he goes over the top with the voices and the sound effects.
Yeah.
I think very early on in the video, because like as the video goes along later, he kind of ramps down with it a little bit.
Yeah.
So he like starts way too strong on it, where he's just like, this double big for checkers, you know. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. His videos were better when he had less production value.
Yeah, he became self-aware too early.
There's a new guy
definitely.
I like on YouTube. His name is Bounty Tank. Right? He's a bounty hunter in fucking like the Ohio area. And he's basically trying to make himself Dog the Bounty Hunter, but on YouTube.
Okay. Does he have a tank?
No, his name is Frank, and they call him the Tank because he's fucking jacked.
Oh, okay.
He's fucking scary.
God, he needs a tank. You know, that's obviously the next step. If the YouTube channel takes off, why not buy a tank and just show up in a tank? That'd be fucking great.
Bounty Tank. Check it out.
Well, yeah, Pat, have you ventured out into the world in the past few days?
I did go to the grocery store a couple of times.
Yeah.
See, I'm weird. I love going to the grocery store.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. It's one of life's great pleasures.
And it's my safe space, and I love the bad music. I love pushing the cart around.
Yeah.
Getting the stuff and da-da-da. And then I went to pick up a couple of things, and I went to the I think it's called J Mart over in Little Tokyo, the Korean grocery store. And when I went there, it wasn't bad. And then, because I got there about 9:00, and then at a certain point, people just started holding a place in line. Like they would just have a cart and just stand in line, and then they would have somebody with them just run and dump stuff in the car, right? So it's kind of a and it turned into a situation where the line just like snaked all the way around the store, and they only had 2 cashiers. So they ended up closing the store.
What?
So that was
shit.
Yeah, they had a security guy out front that was just like, no more people allowed. That took forever. And then I went to Vaughn's, and it was like pretty. I haven't gone into the absolute like apocalypse grocery store situation.
Yeah.
Like it just totally emptied out. Trader Joe's are totally emptied out. Whole Foods, I haven't gone into any of those sort of things. I kind of would like to, perversely, just to see like what things survive. Like I just love the things that
we were talking about that the other day. Like gravy, there was lots of just gravy in jars left over, and Velveeta cheese cubes, individually wrapped cheese cubes for Velveeta. They seem to be what was mostly left.
Individually wrapped, like in a blister pack or something?
Like, you know how people will eat those Baby Bell cheeses, like, as a little snack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that, but Velveeta, so it's like trailer trash Baby Bell.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and tons of it left over. Apparently, no one's interested. In Walmart, everything was stripped bare except for those individually wrapped Velveetas and jars of gravy.
I had a similar experience to you, Pat, to where I went to the store multiple times and they had everything.
Yeah, the thing that I loved was that I guess the things that I wanted were the things that were not popular. So I'm kind of cool like that.
You're an apocalypse hipster.
Like they had I went to the Vaughn's and they just had a shit ton of Nutella. I was just like, oh man, that's awesome. And like, the only thing I didn't find there that I wanted was bread, but they had tons of sausage, tons of like all the stuff that I presumed would be, picked over and like completely taken out. There was like tons of peanut butter. There was tons of like those like I got a bunch of I made Waffle House all the way hash brown.
Yes, I saw that. You sent that to me. That looked amazing. Scattered all the way hash browns.
Yeah, and the thing was that they had tons of gravy packets. But the things that were like surprising was that nobody wanted vegetables. That was the thing that was crazy. Like nobody wanted vegetables at all. Like there was all these canned vegetables, all the frozen vegetables, fresh vegetables. They were all like still there.
I noticed that.
And the
too.
thing that was like, and people were just going crazy getting like, I think a lot of the stuff they associate as being associated as being like survival foods.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people getting beans, a lot of people getting soup, a lot of people getting other things like that. But I guess like canned vegetables are too gnarly for them. So it's like,
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of those are gnarly.
Yeah.
there was tons of the canned meat. Like there was tons of like the really kind of off. Like if you want Vienna sausages and you're comfortable with them, like you can totally, be fine. If you're into these food products, you can totally be fine.
Canned chicken breast.
Oh yeah, canned whole chicken. There was probably tons of that. It's.
I mentioned this on the show before, but if you're looking for apocalypse food, the Lipton like rice-a-roni stuff in a packet, like they have like the broccoli and cheese, that stuff mixed with the canned white meat breast chicken is pretty fucking good, actually.
Norpacks are good, man.
Yeah, though, like the cheese and the salt, it covers over the actual taste of the chicken. Once you've cooked it in there, it's just, it's just added protein. But it's pretty good. I used to eat that shit all the time in college. Now, granted, I was about 70 pounds heavier than I am now at the time, but still, that's the American apocalypse.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be all sorts of unpresentable to the public.
This is one of my issues. Is I was on a diet like a month before this happened. I have lost 15 pounds, and now I am so fucking worried I'm gonna gain it all back.
Yeah, I mean,
so you're on a diet and you have nothing to do all day long, and the only thing you have is food because you've been to the grocery store stocking up,
sleeping, food, and watching TV. Those healthiest of activities.
Yeah, no, I've just been in. I mean, we've just been shut in, man. I mean, there hasn't been anything that's been particularly gripping or interesting or anything like that. It's like
it's the so
normal
new
mixture of like anxiety and ennui that is just kind of normal amongst anybody. That although people are, that's something that's not happening back home. Everybody's still like buck wild and going
in
to
Florida,
the beach and,
yes. Oh yeah, we played
Lost cause.
Spring break.
Yeah, we played the CBS report from Miami yesterday with just people just being like, I don't know. I mean, we're just out here until everything closes and we're just getting drunk.
I just turned 21.
I just turned 21.
Two of those guys look like they're about to die.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're that drunk.
The two
in the throes of alcohol poisoning, or if they're like seriously immunocompromised.
The one guy just has a huge bruise on his face.
Yeah, the two white guys at the beginning, at the end. The first one has a bruise on his face because he's obviously gotten punched, and then the last guy, just half of his face looks like it's like sliding off due to like Habsburg inbreeding.
And I remember going to the beach one time, and there was like this group of college students, and they had like a 6-pack of beer halfway dug into the sand, and the game was who could drink the most beers. And it turned into a situation where it was like early UFC where there was really no rules except for eye gouging. And like these guys just went in between going for these cans of beef, and they were just beating the crap out of each other. It was insane. They were just like, this was like no holds barred, like fight, and to see who could drink more cans of, Milwaukee's best within a course of time, for what bragging rights, I do not know.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like the combat that happens at spring break amongst like drunk college students is like, it's another level.
Everybody I know who goes to like a popular spring break destination comes back with a story about how they wrecked a hotel lobby. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone to those kind of parties, but before. But like, I saw one time I went to one of those parties, and like a guy was like funneling Everclear, and I'm like, how is that healthy?
Oh my God!
How are you not dead?
Oh, I'm sure he was like later.
No. You're drinking out of a funnel that's like anchored to a Dodge Durango. Like what are you doing in Indian Harbor Beach, Florida? Like this is the hill that you want to die on. Come on.
Well, hey Pat, we're gonna actually talk to Nick Thomas over in Birmingham. But do you have anything you want to plug?
Oh, nice. No.
Pepper Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Teaching classes. Yeah. Watch Peppa Pig. It's on Nick Jr. Don't watch the videos on YouTube. They're spliced up. You don't get the full narrative arc. It's very sort of fast-paced. You don't want to do that to yourself. Spring for the actual episodes. And, I'm teaching 2 classes. Oh, by the way, if you want to actually watch something great, I don't want to take up too much time. I've discovered on ESPN, they have a lot of on-demand content. They have this thing called the Ocho. It is absolutely the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love it.
What is it?
I watched figure 8 school bus racing, which isn't as great on TV as it is live. But it took place in Xenia, Ohio, which is where the movie Gummo takes place. So it was very much in character.
Shit.
But they had this one show on there called Slippery Stairs, which is quite honestly the dumbest thing I've ever watched. 19 to 22-year-olds from Orange County in a parking lot trying to climb up, foam stairs covered in KY jelly. It is the dumbest thing I've ever watched. But I watched the entire 42 minutes of it.
Sure. Well, yeah, we'll call you back, soon, because why the hell not? We got nothing but time, airtime, and time for Dr. Pat.
Yeah, and if anything, next time I'll be in a much more audio-friendly format because River is kind of smarting me up to how we can do this stuff over the computer.
Yeah.
So
thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for talking. We'll chat soon.
Yeah. Take it easy, Sam. Take it easy, Rivers.
All right. That was Dr. Pat, co-host emeritus over there in Echo Park, holding it down for all the dads out there.
Yeah, I got to imagine his child's very young. His child can't even talk, so
yeah, I think he's
got it easy right now compared to some parents.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think Pat's son he's coming up on his first birthday. So yeah, he's about to be 1.
Dude,
cool.
You know whose birthday it is on Monday? Mine.
No, what? No shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I guess we're all gonna hang out.
Yeah, it seems like
it's probably gonna be very much like this. Well, shit, that's okay. Well, if you're one of the patrons who has Sam's phone number, text him.
Which is all of you.
Yeah, text him. Wants to hear from you. So as promised yesterday, but finally making it happen today, we're going to call Mr. Nick Thomas, comedian Nick Thomas in Birmingham.
Hello.
Nicky T, at one dumb boy. Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I can hear everybody, I guess.
Yeah, you can hear me.
I don't think y'all have actually met face to face, but this is a great meeting of the minds here. Carter's on a hike, Nick. He went hiking with his girlfriend.
Probably smart. That's smart of him to do.
Yeah,
that's the word on that. That's dumb. You should definitely not do that.
No, actually, I think I was saying at the beginning of the show, I think that is actually, as long as you're 6 feet away from everybody, the woods is a pretty good place to be right now. It's not very crowded up there. Obviously, everybody's at the house, so I think the great outdoors is actually probably a great place to be. I'm thinking about doing some outdoorsy stuff in the next few weeks here. Maybe try to go camp.
Well, you convinced me, but it sucks here because I can't really do that. I mean, you can, but you got to drive pretty fucking far away, and I'm gonna go fucking insane sitting here. I've already lost my fucking mind.
Well, shit, man. Tell us what's happening. I heard you had an incident go down at the laundromat.
I watched the owner have a physical altercation with a homeless guy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Over $20 being stolen off the counter, and I was like, "There's more to this probably." And there's a guy that works there. I usually will strike a conversation with, and I was like, "What's the fucking story behind that?" And he was like, "Oh, Mark, who is a really really effeminate gay bald guy there, that really fucking nice dude, apparently overdosed on heroin in the bathroom."
Jesus.
Left a bunch of money on the counter, and this homeless guy just comes in and raids the fucking counter on video. And then the homeless guy today comes up and tries to start shit with the owner about it. And it's like, I would probably just stay away from that if it were me. I don't know.
Jesus. Take Steve Miller's advice and take the money and run. Jesus.
Right. Yeah, he came back. He was waiting on the guy to get there, because as soon as he pulled up, this crazy fucker just shows up out of nowhere.
Okay. All right. So that's.
But it's just like fucking the guy overdosed on heroin in the bathroom, and all this happened, and there's fucking fights here. Like, this is exactly where I want to be during a fucking global pandemic.
I'm glad to know my home state is holding up well during the apocalypse.
Yeah, same shit here. Same shit, different day.
Jesus. Well, we've been asking all of our guests and getting some pretty good answers on this. What's the grocery store situation like there in Birmingham?
Oh, I'm the best guy to ask about that because I went to every fucking one of them today.
Oh no,
it's not good. It's fucking
okay. Let's rank them like David Letterman, the top 10 list. All right, coming in at number 10.
Number 10 would probably be Mi Pueblo down the street. That's
hell yeah, dude.
Fucking last.
Yeah, that's I was saying the Latin grocery stores, man. That's where it's at.
See, if I would have got there yesterday, that would have been true. Like they got fucking swamped today.
Whitey found out, man. Whitey found out. It's no good.
They did. That's all that was there. That's when you know some shit's going down. As I go there, and these fucking Mountain Brook people are walking around with scarves and shit.
For those listening, by the way,
I'm sure Sam doesn't know what Mountain Brook is.
I was about to say. So for those listening, if you recall, Michael Jordan retired from the NBA to go play baseball, and he was put on the White Sox minor league team, which is the Birmingham Barons. The house that Michael Jordan bought in Birmingham is in Mountain Brook. So it is this sounds ridiculous, but it's the Beverly Hills of Alabama. It's the nicest neighborhood in the entire state, basically.
I guess I'm unemployed now, but I was working in Mountain Brook, and it's like just business as usual there. It's like, do y'all know anything's happening?
Well, sure. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
It's just fucking, it's insane how like, it's just stereotypical, like rich white people. Like it's a fucking parody of itself. It's really awful.
Yeah. What are the other stores you hit?
Hit Publix up. That's the best one. That's number one. That's where I got most of the shit. And fucking shit's cheap right now too, man. I got like what would normally be like $400 worth of groceries for like $200.
Damn. See, it's the opposite here.
Nothing is cheap.
I was gonna say there's no sales. They've jacked up everything. And if I thought for 1 second the reason they were doing that is so they could pay their employees more, I would, I'd be happily pay it. But I know for a fact they're just fucking us and keeping the money. Fuck Ralph's.
That's exactly what it is. They're gonna disguise it as they're helping their employees, but nothing has changed for them.
No, hell no.
It's crazy here though. Like, I'm afraid to sound like a lunatic talking about it to some people, but it really is like nuts. Like it looks like a fucking movie.
That's what I said, man.
It's just like people, I'm wearing gloves out now. Like I look like a fucking trying to murder somebody. It's like the fucking gloves Samuel L. Jackson wears to Jackie Brown.
Oh, see, I was gonna say I'm gonna be dressed like Mark Wahlberg at the end of The Departed.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there confirmed cases in Birmingham?
Oh yeah. It's they just started testing here more, so it's probably the number's gonna spike up, I imagine, in the next couple of days. But it was at 17 last I checked, but I think it's like up to 30. Something like that now.
Yeah,
but it's statewide. It's like 50 something, and
well, and like you were saying, I believe Alabama was like the last fucking state to be like, hey, maybe we should test for this. So I think the number is way higher than whatever it's saying right now because they just started testing there.
There's for sure going to be a spike, like probably today, like on the news, it's probably going to spike up like hundreds.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all going to get it probably, but I mean, it's just certain people can't get it. So
yes,
I think that's what people don't understand is like it's not that it's fatal to everybody. It's like I just don't want to kill my mom if that's okay with you.
Right. Yeah. One thing I know about Nick Thomas is you are a deep film aficionado. You've got a great podcast called Pod Thomas Anderson, where you chat about movies. Yeah. What have you been watching the past couple of days?
A lot of rewatches mostly. What the fuck? I watched Uncut Gems for the 100th time.
Yeah. I have also rewatched that.
It's so fucking good, though. I think I watched all the Safdie stuff again.
You know what?
I mean, that's all
You know what I was thinking? All the people who are bitching that Uncut Gems was too stressful, how about you watch it now?
Yeah, watch it now.
Watch it now and compare. Tell me if it really fucks with your mental state now.
It's also like, don't you want it to be like that? Isn't that a good movie?
Yeah. Oh man,
I like movies that make me feel like shit.
I told you I saw that movie on Christmas night in Auburn with a bunch of my friends who you've met coming down and doing the Bellwether show and stuff. So we're all like movie nerds sitting there watching it. We loved it. And then as soon as the movie ends, there was just some big redneck guy behind us that stands up and just goes, "Well, that was the worst fucking movie I ever seen in my life."
Alabama, baby, you get that a lot.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
I saw You Were Never Really Here. You know that Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, towards the end of it, there's like this dream sequence in a cafe that he's like kind of just zones out and starts thinking about something else. And he just shoots himself in the fucking face with a 38 special.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was the matinee show, and so it's like all the old people are there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, why the fuck are they? Why are they here watching this anyway? But she did basically the same fucking thing that guy did. It was just like, yeah, that was fucking awful. I'm done.
she was
Movie
done.
just cashed out with me.
Oh man.
First Reformed was an interesting one too for the matinee crowd. That was fun.
Yeah, that's the one thing about living here. It's like I miss that sort of suburban reaction to weird movies. I had a bit.
Yeah, you don't get that.
I had a bit that I was doing forever when it first happened. I saw Manchester by the Sea.
I remember that. I watched that actually during the quarantine, and I was like, I thought about your bit about it.
Yeah, I watched Manchester by the Sea in Montgomery, Alabama when it first came out. I was home visiting my mom and dad, and I was there with my mom, and we were watching it, and this lady behind us just goes, he's emotionally shut off right now. Like she was explaining to her friend, and it's like, but there's a twist coming. And I was like, oh my God.
And that twist is very fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. It's like, dude, don't tell him about the house fire and all the crazy shit. Come on.
Yeah, let that hit them naturally, because they, depending on what kind of person they are, might walk out.
Well, what are some apocalypse picks, Nick Thomas? What should people be watching that maybe they haven't seen?
Well, first of all, definitely don't fucking watch stuff like Contagion or fucking Outbreak, because it's not going to make you feel good.
No, it doesn't.
As Carter said yesterday, this isn't Halloween. You know?
Yeah, exactly. This is like a real thing, and it's not. For some reason, I started Outbreak last night, and first of all, every fucking male eating that got me too. Like every fucking one of them. And then second, I saw Dave Ross was watching A League of Their Own, and I messaged him.
Damn,
I was just
great
like, fuck
one.
yeah, dude. I was like, dude, fuck yeah, let's do that. Then he started this thing, which you see a lot now, kind of like what you did earlier with the bodies hit the floor thing.
Oh yes, to all of our listeners, please join in this thread we've got going. Contribute to try to get a bunch of people singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" by Drowning Pool over Twitter.
Yeah, it's a shame. It would be a damn shame for that to flounder, because I'm going to keep that alive as much as I can. You know,
I'm gonna start texting people and making them do it.
Yeah, you have to. It's like, why not, dude? Take 2 seconds out of your time. You're inside. You can't do anything else.
I mean, it's already pretty funny though. I just want to get to the 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. That's
it would be just such a nice icing on the cake if we could get that fucking finish, though.
Yeah, if we just get to that first chorus, I'll be happy.
Yeah, at least if we could do that. Yeah. But basically, Dave was like, I was talking to him, and I was like, that'd be cool if we just tried to get a thing started where just pay $3 to watch fucking League of Their Own. And it didn't take off, but it was a thing for about 5 minutes.
Oh well.
We're like, oh well, that was fun for a second.
Yep. I think there's going to be a lot of, well, that was fun for a second. That's sort of the theme of this isolation amongst all of my my creative types and content makers and stuff. It's like, all right, well, that's over. What are we doing now?
Yeah, exactly. You realize how fucking fleeting all the social media stuff is once you're stuck with it endlessly. It's like, oh, this actually doesn't fucking matter at all.
This is empty.
Yeah, this makes me feel like the biggest example of that is what we're making fun of, which is the goddamn, Sam just said, it's empty. It's like, well, how about that fucking Imagine video? How empty is that? That means nothing to anybody.
Yeah.
Self-serving.
It is so bad. I fucking hate. how far did y'all get? Because I could.
I got to Jimmy Fallon and I was done. As soon as I saw
That's about Yeah.
As soon as I saw Jimmy Fallon, I was like, no fucking way am I watching the rest of this.
Rivers just told me about it, and I was like, I'm going to go out of my way not to ever see that.
Oh, so you haven't seen it. You haven't seen it at all.
No.
Then?
Fuck no.
Yeah, man. You're gonna hate it. So I mean, if you can help it, just avoid it.
Yeah,
it's just gonna make you feel bad.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
Well, the thing was too is I couldn't at first. I saw what it was. I'm like, oh, I know what this is, and is this bad? And I'm not gonna click on it to where I can hear it. But I got to about Will Ferrell with the sound off.
Yeah,
oh, man, people I like now. Come on.
Oh, by the way, in his quarantine, Jimmy Fallon has grown the Righteous Gemstones gray sideburns.
I didn't even notice that.
So, in Righteous Gemstones, Danny McBride has like black hair and then gray sideburns. Jimmy Fallon has dyed black hair and gray sideburns right now, and I was like, "Oh, this is just this is all taking a toll."
Yeah, like it's like, dude, Danny McBride did that as a character, right? Like, it's not a fashion stance. Like Danny McBride could probably pull that off in real life, but not you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, shit.
It's been crazy though, man.
Yeah, dude. Well, we'll have to call you back in a few days and get an update from you, because these have been fun. These little call-ins we've been doing.
Man, do it.
Yeah,
I've got nothing but time, and I'll probably be begging you to do it by then.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Well, shit. We're gonna be recording around the same time every day. So if you call me, we'll just throw you on.
Okay. Yeah. If it's around the same time, I'll probably get bored and just do that if y'all want to. I got plenty to fucking say about this shit.
Hell yeah. Well, that's great, man. Well, shit. We'll talk to you soon, Nick, and be sure to follow Nick on Twitter at One Dumb Boy and listen to his podcasts. The One Dumb Boy is the name of one of the podcasts. Pod Thomas Anderson. Nick's got a lot of great content out there. So
can I say this too?
Yes.
I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have anything up on it yet, but I have a Vimeo page. Me and my friend Jake from the Burning Peppermints are starting to make
cool
stuff. We're kind of pivoting in that direction right now since comedy's dead.
Yeah, man. Might as well.
So we're working on, I kind of told you a little bit about it, but we're working on like a feature length mockumentary / special. I don't want to get too much away about it, but we're going to have it on there probably. And it's coming along really well writing it. So I can't wait to shoot it.
That sounds
we might take a new direction with like the quarantine, where it's just like stand-up comedy's fucking dead anyway, and I can't shoot it, so it just doesn't happen. But we'll just make it about that. But yeah, we're gonna make it either way.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. The Burning Peppermints are such a fucking great band too. So I'm sure they've got a lot of downtime now too. So that's good for everybody involved.
I don't know if I want to speak for him, but he's got like he sent me like a track list of like demos he recorded for a solo album of his, and it's like really fucking weird, and like I'm like, man, I really fucking like this. Actually, this dude's so fucking talented.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully look out for that. He might finish it during this time. So
yeah, well that's great, man. Well, shit, yeah, y'all follow Nick on Twitter, and it was good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, man, I'll hear from you this week sometime.
All right, dude. Take her easy, brother.
Later.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
All right.
Is it time for the other call now?
Yeah. We'll do one last. We got one last.
Okay,
happening.
this is going to be a good one, boys.
Yeah, this is.
We're going to talk to a grocery store employee.
Yeah, a real one. So I suggested, because I wanted to keep him, as anonymous as possible. So I suggested, in the spirit of Coast to Coast AM, referring to him as Ben East of the Rockies. But he said it was cool to go ahead and call him Ben from Austin.
Austin, a place where there's a mass hysteria about Corona right now.
Hello.
Hey man, this is Rivers and Sam from the Goods from the Woods / Corona Diaries, and we were talking to a man who is on the front lines down there in Austin, Texas, in the capital of the Lone Star State. What's going on down there, man? What's it like to be on the front lines?
So legitimately, I just saw like breaking news. This isn't with Texas, but I believe it's Minnesota and Vermont actually just declared their grocery employees as legitimate emergency workers so that they can get benefits.
That's good.
So yeah,
That's
like
very good.
it's actually like serious to say like we're like front lines here. So
absolutely,
it's going a little crazy.
Jeez. Well, so what's been like the most depraved thing that you've seen over the past few days, as far as somebody stocking up on a bunch of crazy shit they don't need, or something like that? Like what we'll start negative and then we'll go into positive. Like what has destroyed your view of humanity the most in the past few days?
I haven't seen too much of people like front loading stock. Like it was really bad like that a couple weeks ago, where people were just like buying everything they could possibly find. You know, like when the shelves started to get low, everybody sees everybody else with a bunch of stuff, and like they're just like, oh my god, we need pickles. Like I can't find the pickles. Like everybody's just like losing it. Like, you know, and like it started to get a little bit better, but like at the beginning, everybody was just like super panicked, and just short of like Black Friday levels of like, oh my god, like we got to get everything.
So I saw some pictures on the internet. Are the grocery stores down in Austin limiting the amount of people that can be in the store at one time?
Yes, they are. Like a lot of them have limited. I don't know if it's just because of like just managing the flow of people, or if it's because of the like CDC restrictions, but like they legitimately have like security outside. You can only have like so many people in the store at once, and they're like trying to get everything. Like it's a lot more organized now than it was, but yeah, like they're limiting how many people can come in at one time, just so like it feels normal, because there's not 50,000 people in the store.
Have you seen any sort of physical altercations?
No.
I just saw on Twitter today that somebody posted a video of 3 women fighting over some toilet paper at a Woolworths in Australia. And the main thing I took away from it, I wasn't surprised by the kind of depravity of the situation. I was more surprised that there are Woolworths still. I thought that was like an 1800s thing. And I was just sort of thinking about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where they throw George Clooney out and the guy goes, and stay out of the Woolworths.
Yeah, like they're not trying to like hoard the catalogs to get the mail away toilet paper from the Woolworths.
Yeah, I wonder what the situation is at Montgomery Ward.
Yeah.
What's Abercrombie going on there?
Okay, I have another question. How are people treating you? Like when they're coming up to you and asking for help with stuff?
Great question.
Or are they being nice, or are they like obviously frantic, out of their mind, possibly being rude?
Like 99.5% of people are just like so gracious. Like honestly, like that is the flip side of it.
That's
like
great. Okay.
The majority of people are like I've had people offer to give me tips. I've had people that are like, oh, thank you. Like, you know, like people are being gracious for the most part. I honestly have only had like a handful of people that have been like really upset. And I've seen like, you know, like some of my managers have been like yelled at several times. I had to step in and like break up a situation where like my manager, I'm like super nice. I have a bunch of customer service experience, so I can like diffuse situations. And I'm also physically imposing, like the nicest bouncer on the planet.
Okay.
So I had a manager actually ask me to step in and break up a situation with a bothersome customer.
What was the situation? You don't have to get into like
people
that.
Trying to buy too much water. Like
what's with the water thing?
Reason.
The water thing. There's the water's fine. Drink the water out of your fucking tap or get a Brita.
Yes.
Jesus, chill.
Buy a filter.
Yeah, chill the fuck out with the water thing.
Yeah,
they've limited, you know, like in order, you know, to make it to where everybody can get what they need, like there's limits on what you can purchase, and people are just like, oh, well, I've got 5 kids, and it's like everybody's got 5 kids, like you're not special, like, you know, like you can come back tomorrow just like everybody else.
Yeah,
like just don't buy everything and we'll be fine.
Yeah, as far as I know, truck drivers are still delivering shit all over.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
There's gonna be more stuff. Just chill.
Like I just posted about it last night. I was thinking like, because it's like they've shown videos where like our warehouse is full. There's not enough truck drivers. There's not enough trucks. Like it's a logistics issue. Like they can't get it to us fast enough Like we can't restock 100% of the store in one night. So like, it's not that there's really like a shortage. It's just like, we can't deal with everybody buying everything. And really like, it's like, if we would have known more beforehand, like it's basically like if Thanksgiving and Christmas just happened in the beginning of March and like we didn't plan for it, you know?
Sure.
So it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, you know, we've got a fair amount of listeners here that are probably going to be heading to the grocery store at some point. So from your position of expertise, if you've got any sort of like message to deliver to the people writ large, what would that be?
Buy what you normally buy. Like
Yes.
if you, like my biggest message is like buy what you normally buy.
Right.
If you have somebody that's sick or somebody that's vulnerable in your home, you feel like you may need to go into a longer term quarantine where like you legitimately can't leave your house, you know, get what you can so that you don't have to leave. But besides that, like just buy normally. Like that's the biggest thing. It's a buying shortage, not a supply shortage.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is like everybody just needs to chill out. Like you're going to be able to get your pickles.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Like, and honestly, like I've seen like some people where like they're so on edge about it. And like at the beginning, you almost had like denial where people are like, oh, this is nothing. Like, especially, you know, like here in Texas, we've got the people that watch Fox News and they're like, oh, this is nothing. But at the same time, they're like buying way too much stuff. So like,
oh God.
and the biggest thing, like you're talking about like negatives, like the biggest ones I've seen, it's not people being mad at me. It's me seeing like negative effects where like I had one woman that had like 2 giant shopping carts full of stuff because she was just like panicked. Like she was worried. And then like she had so much stuff that I had to help her outside. And as soon as we leave the store, she's like, oh, me and my husband were trying to save money and he's going to be mad. And like, I bought too much stuff. And like, she's like instant buyer's remorse, you know? And she was like, can I return this stuff? Like if it's too much, I'm like, yes, hang on to your receipt. Like, you don't have to hoard. Like I was telling her, I was like, I felt bad for her. Like, not that she was mad at me, but like, I was like, oh my God, like you bought too much stuff.
Yeah. Like, there's like an anxiety thing that goes off in your brain because of the media. When you get in the store, you get what you normally get and you start thinking, what if this isn't enough?
Yeah. It is true. Like it really is. Like, and I could feel it. Like I felt it a little bit at first myself where it's like you see the stock and you see everybody else buying and you're like, well, why don't I buy like that? Like it's fear almost a little bit. And I think it's kind of getting under control, but like for a while there, it was real dodgy.
Yeah. I think people are starting to understand what you were saying, that you're not supposed to go out and hoard stuff, and that is what's causing there to be no food. It's not that we're, you know, people are starting to realize that.
Yeah.
Well, let's. I just want to pivot for a second here, and truthfully, just see if I can get you and Sam to get into a fight here. What's the best breakfast burrito in Austin? Ben, we'll start with you.
Oh, I don't even know. Honestly, like I'm not a native Austinite. I'd have to ask my wife. Like, what is the best breakfast? Hold on one second. Like, let me ask her. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, you put her on.
We're gonna get like a true native Austin opinion.
Okay.
Priscilla,
east of the Rockies.
What's the best breakfast burrito in Austin? Ken's Tacos.
Oh, okay. Do you know that one?
I've been to Ken's Tacos.
I have been to Ken's Tacos as well.
Okay, Sam, what is the best breakfast burrito in Austin?
I don't know. They all make them the same.
Okay,
kinda, yeah. Like it's all like you get chorizo and eggs, and I'm happy.
Yeah, okay. It's like at some point it's just like, what's your salsa preference?
Ooh,
yeah, that's true.
Because those are more different in Austin restaurants than like the eggs and bacon, egg and chorizo. That all comes out the same, basically.
Yeah, like, I mean, I have some preference when it's like, oh, that place's chorizo's dry or that place is, like, super greasy. But, like, like, it's all the same as, I I don't go into like downtown too much and it's like the trendy stuff. So I don't know.
Very diplomatic of you, Ben. Very diplomatic. Well played.
You asked a very tough question to answer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just, there's only so much I know about Austin that Austin people argue over. So I was trying to throw a grenade and see what happened. But you guys are both too nice, I think.
I'm not going to argue about eggs.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's enough eggs to go around.
That's
Yeah.
Like, it's all the same right now.
And they're all available at Ben's grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, cool. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you.
Yeah, it was good to hear your perspective.
Yeah.
I
so-
just to all the listeners, like just chill out. Like, this is a serious pandemic. Obviously, I'm not like one of those like, oh, it's not even happening. Like, it's just a flu. Like this is a serious pandemic, but like chill out a little bit. Don't touch your face. Don't touch my face. And, just, like, buy your food. Like, don't. And like what Rivers was talking a couple days ago on the Corona Diaries, where he's saying like, maybe check out some of the lesser known stores just to get what you need. Obviously, like, shop local a little bit. I guess that helps too. But thank your grocery store workers.
Yes.
I know I have a lot of coworkers that worked like 60 hours last week, and they're more heroes than I am.
Yeah.
Like, these people were killing it, and luckily the company that I work for, they're taking care of us too, so we're
That's
not just
great.
out here on our own.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's great, man. Well, yeah, man, take care, and y'all stay healthy and all that good shit. And hopefully, at some point, we'll make it down to Austin to do some stand up,
please
and
do.
we'll hang out and all that.
been waiting for y'all.
I know. Yeah. Well, hey.
I'll be down there at some point.
Yeah. We'll be
My
down there.
family's there.
Yeah, Sam will be there at some point for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Ben, east of the Rockies. Ben from Austin. It was good to hear from you. And yeah, stay cool, Daddy-O.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
You have
take
a
it
good one.
easy. Well, yeah, that was Ben down in Austin. This has been a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Call-in show. Special.
It is amazing.
Yeah, this is great. I honestly, every one of these that we've put up, they've just been getting more and more kind of fun. It's nice to talk to people I don't get to talk to. It makes me feel less isolated,
Yeah, it really does.
It really gives me kind of a spring in my step.
I don't think for some reason we would never just be like, hey, let's just sit down and talk to each other for an hour.
Right. That's true. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Paulo, listening up there in Minnesota. So we just spoke to Ben, who's working at the grocery store there, trying to keep people fed. Paulo's a mailman. So the other thing that isn't shut down right now is the mail. So to him listening, man, thank you. Man, thank you for listening, and thank you for keeping doing what you're doing and all that shit, because we need it.
Yeah, somebody's got to keep this country going.
Yeah.
Well, none of us have jobs.
Yeah.
Or money to spend at your establishments.
And it's honestly, I mean, not to get on a fucking soapbox, but it's people that we've already not been paying enough before all this shit happened.
Yeah.
So now it's like we all really need these people, and it's like, yeah, all right, when this is all said and done,
you're not going to take these people for granted anymore.
No.
Your servers or your, stockers, cashiers, stuff like that, where you normally think, whatever, fuck, they should have gone to college.
Yes.
Whatever fucking bullshit people say.
Hopefully everybody, the contradiction will make itself so apparent that you have to kind of admit you're like, okay, actually, these people work harder than everyone else.
And do a very necessary thing in our society that you don't even... People just walk into the grocery store and they're like, everything's on the shelves.
Yeah.
Cool, blah, blah. They don't think about how it got there.
Yeah. Well,
any of that shit.
And it's funny because I know for a fact of the people that listen to the show, we got a truck driver who tweets at us all the time. We've got a mailman who tweets at us all the time. And we've got a guy who works at a grocery store. So all three of y'all, you know who you are. Thank you. You were underappreciated, and I hope when this shit is all over, people, like I said, will realize that you need more money to do what you do, because it's
absolutely
that's it. Yeah, if you that was the old Jimmy Hoffa union slogan, but hey, if
you guys deserve $1,000 check as well.
Yeah, shit, more than that. But yeah, if you've seen The Irishman, Jimmy Hoffa's union slogan was if you ate today, thank a truck driver.
That's true.
Yeah,
when that $1,000 check comes, you want to buy PlayStations?
Yes, I think so. I think that's Yeah, I've got some shit I want to buy with that.
That's so sad that as soon as it's coming, I'm just like, fucking weed, video games,
Yeah,
it's
man.
going down.
Yeah, I know.
I already have rent paid with my own money.
Right. I've got rent for the next, 2 to 3 months with my own money, so that's good. And then whatever on top, yeah, I'm gonna buy some dumb shit. Well, shit. Well, yeah, like we said during the Johnny Moe's episode yesterday, if you've got some music you've been working on, send it to us. We'll play it at the end of these episodes, because what else are we gonna do?
No, literally.
Shit else.
We're gonna play cards after this.
I was gonna say, yeah. As soon as Carter gets back from the hike, I think we're playing poker, and that's pretty much our whole thing. So. Looking forward to that.
So send us money. Remember that $20 we got yesterday?
Yeah.
We're gambling it
We're gonna
all.
gamble it all away. Well, shit. All right. Well, let's end this thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
See
The
you.
Corona Diaries.
See you next time.